Welcome to another edition of Inside Stuff with me, Martins Oloja. This week, I would like to discuss the Mmesomahs and a culture of impunity. What do I mean by this culture of impunity? From the way people are discussing the implications of what has happened to these under 20 Nigerian, it is surprising that despite the fact that corruption, irregularities, and all sorts of deviations have brought us down as a nation, most people are still imputing motives and discussing that, it is because she is from a section of the country and all those things. We just say, thank goodness and thank God for so many senior citizens from that section of the country and the governor of her state that set up a commission, a panel, so to speak, to investigate what really happened. And now the truth is out. She has confessed to forging that result. Examination malpractices anywhere should be a very serious matter. People, even people who are in the university system, so many of them like that are committing all sorts of atrocities with examination. They do sex for marks. We just treat it anyhow until some NGOs will just take some of these offenders to court. Nothing happened. We just treat it as very minor matter. It is not right. And I think that we should begin to discuss this culture of impunity. What is a culture of impunity? A culture where a criminal is not punished, where we leave things to God, where we say it doesn't matter. Is the person the only person that has done that? Is it because the person is from this that we are questioning a criminality, or we are questioning indiscipline, or you are questioning irregularity, you are questioning an offense or a crime or any deviation? This is becoming like a way of life. And there are so many things like that have happened, even at the highest level. We just condone everything. We have reported in the media that a particular head of state actually stole so much money. And as we speak, nobody has been demonized. There are some institutions that are still named after the former head of state who stole our money. A member of the family decided to be building a university. The son to that head of state had been bidding to be governor of a particular state, specifically Kano State, and nothing has happened. Nobody is discussing it. There is no, and there has been no parliamentary hearing on what this former head of state stole from Nigeria. After all, Mobutu Sese Seko, one of the very bad people in Africa, stole $5 billion US, been demonized. The chairman of an anti-corruption agency in the country, a federal anti-corruption agency, specifically the EFCC, was nominated as an acting chairman in 2015. His name was not sent to the institution, the Senate, that should confirm that person. In 2017, the name was sent to the Senate for confirmation. The Senate rejected that nomination twice. And they relied on a letter from the intelligence agency that should first screen the nomination. And the director general of that intelligence agency wrote to the Senate that that candidate should not be confirmed because there were some allegations of corruption against that person. The Senate rejected the candidate in 2017. The president of the country left that person in office until 2021. He would not have even left in 2021. He would have been with the administration until 2023, May 29. if not for allegations of corruption against him. He could not account for money recovered from criminals. That's a culture of impunity that must stop if we must make progress. The law must rule. Rules and regulations should govern our conduct. And anybody that has done anything wrong should be punished. How do we do that? Even ICPC will write investigative report on institutions of governance. And they will say even the police and even our judiciary are part of the most corrupt institutions in Nigeria. The report will be there in the public. No parliamentary hearing. All over the world, when the media reveals certain impurities, the parliament would take it up like that, and the attorney general, somehow of that agency or institution or whatever, will just file criminal charges or whatever against such suspects as reported after investigation. But here, everybody will just leave everything to God and we just say, it doesn't matter, or God will punish them. That is not right, and it is destroying us. The law must rule. The soul that sinned must die. The new administration in Nigeria should begin to take culture of impunity very seriously, lest we will continue to be the last as the leader of the black race. In Africa, as Larry Peter will put it, lest we will be the last. We should deal with our culture of impunity, a culture of lawlessness, a culture of no punishment for offenders. And I think that we'll continue with this discussion. And I would like to end this with a quote from Shakespeare, which is very apt at this juncture, that any mercy that forgives a murderer encourages murder. Until next time, I remain Martins Oloja. Thank you.